Okay. Me, you, Mike.
I have heard stories that have brought me to tears, stories that haunt my dreams, that should make all of us redouble our efforts to bring those hostages home. The past few days have seen significant breakthroughs in attempts to bring the hostages held by Hamas home to their families. And I applaud the efforts of the administration, Israel, the regional partners who have worked to ensure that the agreed upon hostages are released, but there is much more work to be done.
Because only until we can free them from the Palestinians are the Jewish people going to be free from terrorism. And only until then can we have peace in the Middle East, true peace. And I think that is what the result of this horrific act was. But I will not rest. I know the ranking member will not rest, and members on this committee will not rest until we bring every American back home to the United States.
The story still must be told so that generations yet unborn understands what took place. They have to know the inhumanity and the insaneness of terrorists and terrorism.
We spend every waking hour fighting in his name, speaking on his behalf, in front of communities, with the government, with you, on the media. We're deeply grateful for the support that we've received from the U.S. government, for President Biden, who's committed since day one to bringing the hostages home. There has been some progress this week, but Omar is still not with us. And the clock continues to tick, and not in our favor. There are still 150 hostages in Gaza, deep under the ground in the dark, some badly injured, with no medicine, with little food. So we appreciate your support, but we urge you to press to bring the international community to demand proof of life and other basic humanitarian requirements, and to bring them home as soon as possible. We must do everything to bring them back.
We just came today from the International Red Cross, explaining to them that the way that they operate in a discreet manner is not the way that we expect them to operate in this case. They need to be vocal. They are the witnesses. They are the ones that see the hostages going out. They are the ones that need to be vocal and get the international community behind them. And explaining to the Hamas, they need to know and understand this is not acceptable by the international community. They crossed the red line by not providing medical attention or by allowing any type of visitation. And we urge the international community, this is not a U.S. issue. It's an international community humanitarian issue that all of the international community needs to get behind in order to solve this problem.
Abigail came home 3 days ago, but Abigail did not come home to her house. Abigail did not come home to her parents. Abigail came back to Israel, and we are blessed by the miracle of her coming home to Israel. But when she got home, her parents, who were both murdered on October 7th by Hamas terrorists, were not there to greet her.
You just can't stop. Time is of essence. We try to illustrate it here. The wounded, young people, the elderly. It doesn't matter whether they're soldiers or civilians. As far as we're concerned, there are kids, our kids, they need to come home. And this has to be on top of mind. It has to be discussed. It has to be in the public eye, in the international community. Everybody has to shout, these kids, these families must be united. And the sooner the better.